Welcome to an overview of the Crusader GearDB Tool, a tool for the Crusader GearAdvisor add-on for 3.3.5a Wrath of the Lich King client. When you first opened up with the default settings, it'll have the TSV already saved. That's because the TSV checkmark for default 3.35 is already active by default settings. So then you want to go to your add-on folder. You're basically just trying to find your data folder. The add-on will have these folders in it, so you just need to find the data folder in the add-on. Normal place. Just go into your add-ons folder, add that, and then you can just copy that and paste that in the next one for your add-ons folder. And then the output is always the GearDB tool. That's just so it can read all the stuff in there. And then you got your drop downs for your classes, your faction. You got a check setup. It gives you the status, tells you what's missing, what's okay. The save settings at the bottom. You can click the save settings button. You don't have to save the settings. It just keeps all the folders and stuff in there. Actually makes it much easier. And that first warning that you get is going to tell you that the Lua was not made, and then it's going to create the Lua for you automatically. And then you click it again. It's going to go ahead and build, run through all the checks. So then the status will show you every step that it goes through quite a few different steps. Run an audit through it at the end just to double check everything, make sure nothing slipped through the cracks, so that if it's a little suspicious, it gets flagged. That way you can take a look at it and either approve it or reject it before it goes into the Lua file. There's a lot of good information in here. I mean, it just tells you basically everything that it's checking, because it checks that TSV that you export. So basically, you export the TSV with Heidi SQL from the AzerothCore world. That's where I got all those TSVs at. And then those are the filters. So to show you what filters were set, what mode you have it set to. PvE mode automatically sets PvE filters. PvP mode sets PvP filters to filter out PvE equipment. I still have not tested that yet, so I'm not sure if that's working correctly, but that's something that I do need to do soon. It's on the list. So it's pretty detailed status log. And you can copy the status log, obviously, with the button and paste it into a file. Make it a little bit easier, so you can Control F and find what you're looking for. Then this is suspicious items and the data changes window. There were no suspicious items, so, and it'll tell you the last time that you ran a spec, when it was done, how many suspicious items and all that. So you just run it again after checking. That's just going to double check, make sure that there's no more data changes. Because the first build sets up the Lua file, and then running it again, I'll just double check to make sure there's no data changes from what it was previously. And then this is the Lua file once it's created. Sends all of the equipment straight to the Lua file. Once it's filtered out, gives you all your item IDs, name. Some of the items are missing source because of the changes between the naming conventions from vanilla, TBC, into Wrath. So a lot of the stuff's missing the source. You can manually do that. I'm not going to take the time to do that. Atlas Loot finds all that stuff anyway, so I just use that. So here's one that ran suspicious with the warrior. So this item here is a dev item. I already know it's a dev item, but I'll just kind of show you. Use Wrath of the Lich King DB. That's the best one out of all the sites. It's got closest to 3.3.5 item numbers and stuff. So So yeah, it's a dev item. Later in the game, it turned into something, but at 3.3.5, it's not available to players. So those I already know. So they're dev suspicious. You just reject them. Last one's got drop. It's got name drops as the source. So that's the reason why I do the flagging. So if something like that gets flagged because it's named Gladiator, so that's related to PvP, so it flags it for you to approve it. You just run the build again. It'll add the one that was approved to the list. It'll keep the other ones out. When you open the sus item review again, it'll have the one that was approved as duplicate, and all the others will say review again. Then you got a bunch of different stuff to open up folders directly, so you don't have to click on a bunch of stuff. I got more advanced tools, so you can open up the files directly. This is a backup manager. It stores all the backups. You can refresh your backups right here. You can just migrate them straight to the folder, delete them, restore them. Take you to your file that you're looking for, so you can look at the file. Take you to your different folders with all the backups in it. I tried to add as much as I could to make it convenient, but not try to be too much. Help instructions. That way, this is basically every step. It's basically the README in the tool, so you have direct access to it and don't have to have separate README open. There's just a bunch of different stuff. And this will show you your audit report. It'll open it up in your default, whatever your default text window is. Gives you all your audited, tells you how many slots, all that stuff. So a lot of information. It's more useful for devs than anything, but will help you find issues if you need to, if there's something fishy going on. And then once you got it set up, you just kind of go through it. All that before those Lua files, I was setting that up manually. I did Paladin. I did Ret Paladin, and it took me 2 hours. I said, there's got to be a better way. There's got to be a better way, and if there's not, I'll make one. So this is what I came up with. And then go ahead and log back into WoW. That's my little personal relauncher there for my repack server I play on. And then if anybody needs help, I set this up too. You click the manage account. It takes you to a custom website. Lets you sign up for an account. Log in. You can change your password and stuff. Got CAPTCHA there for security protection. That's all local. So it all runs local. It's all in the local folder on the server. So yeah, I can help people set that up too if anybody's interested in that. And log in. This is just level 10 test warrior. So it'll show your top 3 items there in your summary window, and then the R there is the report that shows you the full list. You can control click, put your to view the gear, just like any other normal WoW thing. And then each tab will change gear depending on the spec, depending on the weights for it, the stats that are needed. So right now I'm pretty much working on the add-on. I got the tool, I think, at a pretty solid spot. Other than testing PvP, obviously, I got to do that to make sure that that's working correctly. But so far, it's in a pretty good spot to do some testing and work on the add-ons some more. So yeah, I will keep you guys updated. I'm going to release this free. This is not a paid thing. This is going to be free. So if anybody's interested in doing some testing and stuff, let me know.